Welcome back, everyone. Yes, it's very late here right now, and we're going to have an exciting class, even though it's so very late, and I'm not in any mental condition to give a class. That makes it so much more better. So, I wanted to cover a very simple thing today. This is our document, training document we've been building together with all these fancy parts. And we have two sections, we have lines, we have paragraphs, we have many different formatting features to this document. But of course, Clipit has something smart to say. To apply or remove bold, italic, or underline formats on selected text, press Ctrl B, Ctrl I, or Ctrl U. So we'll get into using those in just a second. One thing I wanted to make you aware, we've been working in Office 2003, and as you know, it's available for very little money on eBay, and I'll bring up some auctions later where you can get it if you need it. But there is a free version, a free lighter weight tool, but with many of the same features already available in many of the older releases of Windows. And I think it's also there in the new Windows, although it has that horrible ribbon. So let me just quickly talk about Wordpad. Okay, so guess what? I have Wordpad here already up, and I've taken the liberty of saving out a document, the same document we've been working with, in RTF, that's rich text format, and open it into Wordpad so we can see what it looks like. And we can understand that Wordpad has many of the same powerful features as Word does. In actuality, Wordpad was, in the beginning, originally called Word. Yes, this is true. Wordpad was indeed Word. So you see the ruler is there in Wordpad, the same ruler, the same functionality, the same let's see if we can change the numbering scheme here, but you can see all of this outline structure. It came in, the line came in as well. You can see the paragraph properties, they look like they came in. Some of the bulleting, oh look, even this fancy line came in too. But remember that these two paragraphs were in the second section in Word, and you see that section, and then the column structure was all created in Word, but that part unfortunately did not come in to WordPad. But a great deal of the other features came right on through into Wordpad. Why do I bring this up? Well, it's because Wordpad is free, and most all of us have access to Wordpad in one way or another. And guess what? All the hotkeys, most all of them are the same for Wordpad. The basics, like let's say for example, we know we press Control I, makes it italics, turns it on and off. Control B makes it bold, on and off. Control B again. Control U, Control Z for undo, yes, and then Control U, it puts the underline or not. So those are the things we just learned from Clipit. Yes, Control B, Control I, Control U. But my point is that you don't have to spend any money. If you have a computer running Windows, you probably have Wordpad available to you. And so many of these things, these powerful features, are available to you in Wordpad, just like they're available to you in Word. Because Wordpad is really like the great grandfather of Word, if you recall. Okay, so even all this hanging, this indent, everything is there and available. The same training can apply. So I just wanted to make you aware. Only those advanced features we've looked at, they're not there, but oftentimes you don't need so much advanced features to achieve what you're trying to accomplish. So enough about Wordpad, let's get back to Word. And if you remember in our last class we talked about hotkeys. Now hotkeys are so important, I thought we'd spend a little more time this class and cover hotkeys a bit more. So going to clip it, type in hotkeys, and of course this one is the one, keyboard shortcuts, the easy one to remember, to bring up all the hotkeys. So what we've been doing, obviously this here is some of the formatting. We talked about changing in the size of the font last time. We can see we've covered Control B, Control U. We've covered Control I for italics. These are most commonly used. There's some other fancy things available as well. Let's look at the this one is something impressive. Control-Shift-C, Control-Shift-V. This is for only copying and pasting the formats of something to something else. It's very powerful. What is the line spacing? Oh wow, Control 1, Control 2, Control 5, Control 0. This is a way to change from single space, double spaced, 1.5 line spacing. And it says here this will let you change, add or remove one line space preceding a paragraph. So that's interesting. Align paragraphs. So Control E to center, Control J to justify, Control L to left align, Control R to right align. Control N will indent a paragraph. Control Shift M, this is all Shift M. It removes the indent. You can make a hanging indent with Control T, or reduce it with Control Shift T. And you can clean a paragraph with Control Q. Let's check this out. Control Q. It's very powerful. So if here I'm in a paragraph, do I have to select it? I don't know. Let's try Control Q. Ah, look at that. It completely clears all the formatting. If I look at Alt-O-P, the paragraph formatting, we've gone back to a clean slate with Control Q. That's very nice. So remember that. Control Q, if you're trying to fix something, you might want to clear it with Control Q. Here's another one. Let's give it a try. Control Q. Very powerful. Okay. Apply paragraph styles. So Control Shift S to apply style. And then you have some Alt Control 1, Alt Control 2, Alt Control 3. This gives you heading 1, heading 2, and heading 3 styles. We haven't talked about styles yet, but those are also very powerful. We'll be covering them. Let's keep going. I'm going to skip to inserting and editing objects at this point. Also here I have my own even faster ways of doing this. Let's keep going. So key combinations, function keys, pretty nice. Shift F1 for context sensitive help or reveal formatting. That's good. Shift F4. Now this is interesting. Shift F3, change the case of letters. sometimes that's very powerful. Let's say if I wanted all of these letters to be capitals, and, so shift function 3, let's make sure I can find it. There we go. Everything is a capital, and I can go backwards, shift F3, everything is lowercase. So sometimes that's a very powerful and fast way to change the case of a sentence. Shift F9. This is good for field codes. We'll get into field codes and why those are valuable before too long. I think let's go back and make sure we haven't missed these most commonly used tools. I think we covered everything. Selecting text and graphics. So let's just shift and select. Not so significant. Okay, the breaks are nice. Shift inner, control inner. Shift inner is a line break. We'll talk about the power of line breaks. Page breaks, control enter. A section break, control shift enter. We'll talk about all of these and when they make sense and when they don't. Some of these more advanced items, not necessarily as valuable, but still useful on occasion. Let's see here. So of course, Control C, we copy things with Control C. It's the same for the world, everything. And notice if you press Control C, you'll pop up the Office clipboard. It's good to see what's on the clipboard. Control V to paste, of course. What is this? Alt F3, create auto text. Okay. Fine. Reminds me of that spike thing we discussed before. Deleting, sometimes it's good. Backspace, control backspace deletes the word. Backspace deletes one character to the left. One word is deleted with control backspace. There's a delete button, of course. Deletes one character to the right. Control delete deletes one word to the right. That's nice to have. Control X to cut. Control Z to undo, and there's cut to the spike again. Okay, so I think for the most part we have covered most of the most common hotkeys, and I'll try and identify those when I use them in every future endeavor. So thanks again for watching this great show, and come back and see the next one. Thank you.